What it do? What it do? Panther Nation, stand up. Surfers, where you at? What's good with everybody, man? Panther Nation, what the fuck is going on? What's up with it? Panther Nation, stand the fuck up. What's good with it, man? Hey, breaking fucking news. Breaking news. The Carolina Panthers have just signed DJ Chark. Panthers have just signed DJ Chark, adding another weapon to that offense. Another weapon to that offense. DJ Chark just signed a deal with Carolina Panthers like it's a 1-year deal. We got him. We got him another weapon. Look, hey, I'm telling you, man, the Panthers have 100% won this offseason. They have 100% won this offseason. 110% won this offseason. Listen, anybody, man, that think that the Carolina Panthers are not competing in year one, they are competing in year one under this new regime. Shout out to everybody, man, that's pulled up. CLT Beast Mode was good with everybody, man. We live in effect. Everybody pull up, man. Life is just a way podcast. We here to bring the breaking news. The Carolina Panthers have just signed DJ Chark, teaming him up with Adam Thielen, Terrace Marshall Jr. It's about to get scary. It's scary hours in Carolina right now. It is scary hours in Carolina right now. Big Amos, what's up with your boy? Scary hours in Carolina right now. Scary hours for the Panthers. Listen, bro, I'm telling y'all right now, bro. See, what's up with it? Everybody that's pulling up, what's up with y'all, man? Hope y'all doing good. Midday talk while you getting your work in. Carolina Panther football. Breaking news, the Panthers just signed DJ Chark to a 1-year deal to team him up. Listen, this offense is fin to be scary. This is about to be a scary offense here in Carolina. This offense is about to be deadly, bro. Deadly. And we're going to talk about the pro days, man. Who really separated themselves? As always, big waves in the building, man. First on the news, breaking this first live. Here to talk about it. Carolina Panthers just signed DJ Chark. Just signed DJ Chark. All of the news is still coming out right now. Joe Pearson just reported when he asked Scott Fitterer this week where things stood with DJ Chark. He said they were still talking and working through. Looks like they was able to work through it. DJ Chark is now a Carolina Panther. Hey, look, G360, be careful out there, bro. Don't crash your truck. Listen, man, I'm telling you, Ian Rappaport was the first to report it. The Carolina Panthers have just signed DJ Chark. Hey, look, I haven't seen the Carolina Panthers all season this successful. This is W fucking all season for the Carolina Panthers. W all season for the Carolina Panthers, bro. Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Miles Sanders, Hayden Hurst. W fucking all season for the Carolina Panthers, man. I am so turned up right now, bro. To be a Carolina Panther fan, you have to be excited. You have to be excited, bro. You have to be excited. They've taken an approach like enough is enough. We are tired of losing. We are tired of the mediocrity. We are tired of sitting here and not being a real contender. From the move up to number one, they signed all of that. What team sends the owners, the GMs, the top executives, DJ Josh N, crazy. Who sends all of these people to a pro day? Jeff R, let's fucking go, baby. We are about to be contenders this year, my G. We contending this year. This year, the Panthers are going to be a problem. We are going to be a problem year one in this new regime. I'm telling you, bro. DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, Terrace Marshall Jr., Miles Sanders, and they still are going to go get a wide receiver in the draft. Best believe it. They still are going to get a wide receiver in the draft, bro. They still are going to go get a weapon. Hey, Jeff, I'm happy too, man. Hey, look, the link to the Discord, the link to the StreamYard is out there, man, at the top of the chat. Anybody that want to pull up today, man, we're doing an open live show, midday show, lunch break, wave talk, man. We're going to talk about these pro days and get into it. But the news that the Panthers just signed DJ Chark to a one-year deal, teaming him up with Adam Thielen, bro, this offense is about to be scary, bro. The Panthers are going to have, with this coaching staff, Jim Caldwell, Thomas Brown, a quarterback coming in. Listen, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, pick your poison. Whichever one that you want to do, pick your poison. It doesn't matter. From these pro days, you can't go wrong with picking CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. Give me either one. I don't even care who it is. Both of these guys are going to be top-notch guys at the next level. The Carolina Panthers have their choice of either one. For everybody that's just coming in, breaking news, free agent wide receiver DJ Chark just signed a one-year deal with the Panthers. Also told by Jordan Schultz that he's fully healthy heading into the 2023 season. Big talented target, 6'4" red zone weapon for the Panthers. He joins Adam Thielen. Hey, and let me tell you something. They said that they wanted to go ahead and get this deal done. Steve Wilkes was not going to be able to do this, Jeff R. He was not going to get – they said that they were trying to sign both. But think about it, man. Think about it. There was reports that said that these guys had better offers from better teams with better quarterbacks. So think about what kind of plan that our coaching staff and our brass had to sell these guys on to come here to say this team is going to be a contender. This team is going to be a real threat, a real contender. Think about that. Think about that, bro. Think about that. To get these guys to come here, to get these guys to pull up, to come here to Carolina, to be a free agent. Wilkes would have never been able to do this shit. He would have never been able to do this. He would have never been able to do it. It's a one-year deal for DJ Chark, proven deal. Can he stay healthy? 1 year proven deal for DJ Chark. Bring Bryce Young. Bring CJ Stroud in here. This offense is fucking lit, man. I am turned up. Man, we got my boy CLT in the building. CLT, what's good, bro? What's your thoughts?
What it do, fam? Everything smooth? I'm excited about the signing. I'm excited about the pro days. I'm still one-sided. If we got our number one overall, we got about pick of the poison. I'm going CJ Stroud, pairing with DJ Chark, pairing with Adam Thielen, pairing with Terrence Marshall, pairing with Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders out the backfield. I feel like our offense can be explosive this year.
Bro, hey, listen, man. The job that this coaching staff has done, the job that this organization has done, it has been nothing short of phenomenal. This is what you're talking about, man, when we're talking about winning. When you're wanting to be a contender and you're trying to take that step from being a bad organization to go to a good organization, these are the moves that you have to make. These are the moves that you had to make, bro. Hey, so let me get your takes on this, and we can go ahead and dive into it. What are your thoughts on both of the pro days from these guys?
Very impressive pro days. Like I said before, based off pro days, I'm still leaning to CJ Stroud. I don't like when seeing Bryce Young standing next to Frank Wright, standing next to the QB coach. You just see the differences in statues. I don't think he'll be able to last 17 games in the season. When you look at Stroud, you see the comparables. You look at NFL quarterbacks that he's standing next to. Look at the throws he's making. Look how the ball pop off his hand. Easily throwing the ball down the field. Instant connection with Frank Wright. instant connection with the QB coach, I think Stroud is the better pick.
Yeah, man. Look, CJ Stroud. I think all signs are pointing to him. I really do. All signs are pointing to CJ Stroud being the quarterback. But I was very impressed, man, with Bryce Young at his pro day. Everything looked fluid. And listen, a lot of the people that were there, they were making good points. It's not about his height. What it's going to be about is the durability. Can he take the hits? That's what's going to be about, because you can be a small quarterback. You can be a small quarterback in the NFL, but the question is, will you be able to take the hits? That's the question.
And that's what they were saying. Like, at his size, he has no problem finding the throwing lanes and getting the ball down the field. The issue is, can he last 17 games at coming in the season at 204? And they're saying by week 10 he'll be down 185. Through the workouts and practices and playing. So he'll be down to 185 by week 10. At that size, can he last 10 years, which you want your first number one overall pick to last? I doubt it.
Man, but again, man, I can't, I won't. So I'm gonna be real with you, CLT. Bryce Young's size is not a problem for me. Like, it's not a problem for me, because one thing that he didn't do at college was get a lot of balls batted down. He didn't get balls batted down at the line. He's probably the best processor when it comes to the line of scrimmage, knowing what a defense is going to do, knowing what a coverage is at. I'm telling you, bro, Bryce Young could come in here and have just as much success as CJ Stroud. Shout out to
I'm not doubting that he
if
can't
this was booked, we couldn't attract these guys. DJ Chark, when healthy, is promising. Hey, MDJ, this offense is about to be lit, bro. The Panthers are going to be real life contenders first year. Panthers need a QB. They're going to get a QB, bro. That's what the draft is for. That's exactly God of Blackness. Shout out to GOB, man. GOB in the building. God of Blackness, bro. Where you been at, dog? If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe right now. If y'all haven't done so, turn on the notifications for when your boy Big Wavez go live. Man, we are lit right now. Midday Madness. That's what we're about to start calling these segments. Midday Madness, man. We here to talk about it. The Panthers just signed DJ Chark, added him to a group with Adam Thielen, Terrace Marshall Jr., and I think the Panthers are still going to draft somebody in the draft at wide receiver. The link to the StreamYard is out there. Whoever want to pop up, man. Open talk today, man. We here to talk about these pro days and the signing of CJ Stroud. Go ahead, CLT. Pop your shit, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't doubt that Bryce can come in and produce because he did it in college. The only thing is, like I said before, I don't think he can take the punishment through 17 games when you got defensive linemen, killing quarterbacks all year, targeting. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he'll last 17 games, consecutive seasons. Now, also they're saying like he doesn't have the best speed. Like, he can get away, but in the league, you know what I'm saying, to be that small, you need to have elite speed. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't go Bryce. Like I said, my preference. I wouldn't be mad if we took Bryce. My preference would be Stroud.
Definitely. Man, appreciate everybody, man, that's pulling up to the channel again. If you're new to it, make sure y'all hit the like button on this live. Hit the like button on here. That helps the algorithm, man. Also, subscribe to the channel. If you're feeling generous today, man, the Cash App is scrolling across the screen. Any donation will be greatly appreciated. We appreciate it, man. Life is just a wave. Shout out to all my surfers out there, man. Stand the fuck up. Hey, listen, CLT, this is what I'll tell you this. He is definitely faster than CJ Stroud. Bryce Young has escape ability. He has a ton of escapability. He doesn't have no 4.4 speed or anything like that, but he's fast enough. And like he said, he's willing to run the 40 for whatever team that wants him to do it. Bryce Young has escapability to get outside of the pocket. His size, man, is not going to be a problem. I keep telling everybody that durability, the Panthers have a good offensive line. The offensive line here in Carolina is going to be a solid offensive line group. He's going to be able to get rid of the ball. They're going to be able to protect him. He's going to be able to move and get outside of the pocket. And if you look at some of the best plays that CJ Stroud made It was when he was outside of the pocket making throws on the run. I do not see his line, that his size being a problem. I think that, man, listen, even if he's playing in that 195, 200-pound range, bro, he's going to be fine. He did not get hurt playing in the SEC. The SEC is the closest thing that we can get to the NFL when we're talking about competition. And he took, and
What
that's
they say?
something that,
They say close, no cigar. It's a big difference, bro.
hey, but Daniel Jeremiah brought that up too in his pro day. But there were times where Bryce Young took a lot of hits and he was able to get up from them, man. I don't think that the size is going to be a problem. Am I still leaning more towards CJ Stroud? I'm absolutely leaning more towards CJ Stroud simply because I think CJ Stroud, he checks every single box. Yes, even though I don't think that the size will be a problem for Bryce Young, I still think that Bryce Young is going to check every single box. You get what I'm saying? So, but I'm also telling you that I would not have a problem if the Panthers brass decided that Bryce Young was the guy. I would not have a problem with that at all. I would not. I would not have a problem with that if Bryce Young is the pick, bro. This
But
man
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? Two more inches, and we'll be having a completely different conversation.
I don't know what has happened. CLT just dropped up out of here, man. Hey, listen. Yo, DJ Chark has been signed. MG say, I'm breaking them the draft, another wide receiver as well. You're right, though. I'm thinking in terms of who to field, but you are right. So I'll say this, guys. DJ Chark is probably going to play on the outside. He'll be an outside wide receiver weapon. I think Adam Thielen will play a lot more in the slot. I think Terrace Marshall Jr. will be on the outside as well. And I think whoever the young wide receiver will come in, he'll earn his stripes and be like more of a nickel wide receiver, come in, be a playmaking stretch down there unless he earns, obviously, that starting kind of role. But I think that DJ Chark will play on the outside with Terrace Marshall Jr. Adam Thielen will be more so in the slot. That's kind of how I foresee this going. Shout out to everybody. CLT back in the building. Go ahead and pop your shit, CLT.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but like I was saying, only two more inches. We'll be having a different conversation. It'll be more of a close. I would go Bryce if it was 2 more inches. 2 more inches, 20 pounds.
All right, man. How you feel about this DJ Chark, man? What do you think about this wide receiving room now with Adam Thielen, DJ Chark? What do you feel about this now, man?
I think it's an improvement. I think we go from number 32 receiver core to maybe 24, 23. I think it was smart to get him on a 1-year deal. Like you said, the 6'4", great route running, great red zone presence for a rookie quarterback to pair along with Adam Thielen with his immense route running, his ability to find creases, his ability to find open space.
Yes, sir.
Then you also throw Terrace Marshall in there. That's been on a rise since his rookie season. Getting better each and every year. We hope that he have a tremendous season. Then you also get you another receiver in the draft. I think this receiver core compared nicely with this with the quarterback that we draft. Like I said before, we have now the tight end that can receive. They can be a receiving threat. You know what I'm saying? We don't have just a blocking tight end anymore. We got Miles Sanders that can catch the ball out the backfield.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A back that can play all 3 downs. Like I said before, this offense can be explosive.
Yeah, this offense will be explosive. I don't see any way that this offense won't be explosive this year with the playmakers that we've added on. I think with the wide receiving group that we have now, DJ Chark when healthy. You saw it last year with the Detroit Lions. When he was on the field, he made a lot of big plays. Hell, he caught a bomb against us in the game that we played against the Lions last year. So I think adding him in with a Hayden Hurst, and that's probably one of the most underrated free agent moves that we made, bringing Hayden Hurst in and his ability to be able to get behind linebackers, man. You were talking about a ton of possession guys, deep threat, big wide receiver targets, giving your quarterback an easy transition into the starting role here. Doesn't matter if it's CJ Stroud, doesn't matter if it's Bryce Young. This quarterback is going to come in here with weapons. He's going to have weapons and a solid offensive line to protect him up front, man. I'm going to be honest with you. The Panthers can very much so win the division. They can very much so win the division at this point. You think about the moves that we've made and the coaching staff that we have and being able to draft the top quarterback, the Carolina Panthers are going to win the NFC South this year. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
That's what I was just going to say, man. Our secret weapon is that coaching staff, man. That quarterbacks coach that we got, that new offensive coordinator. I think he's going to be a brilliant mind, innovative, fresh. Get us some different looks at the play caller. I think this coaching staff is along with the way that we drafted. That coaching staff is going to push us over the edge, man. I'm very, very, very happy about the coaching staff. I'm very happy about the additions we made. Like you said, this is the best offseason that we have ever had. I am sad still to this day to lose DJ Moore, but I am happy about the direction that the Panthers are going in.
Yeah, hands down, best coaching staff the Carolina Panthers ever had, man. Hey, listen, we here, man. Midday Madness on Life is Just a Wave podcast. If you're new to the channel, man, and you loving this content, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit the like button on this video. Run your boy up, man. We on the way to 700 subs. Trying to get to 1,000 subs here, man, before the start of the summer, man. So y'all make sure to keep supporting, man. We're going live talking about it today. Carolina Panthers just signed DJ Chark, man. Added him to this wide receiver room. The Carolina Panthers continue to impress this off season. So, man, y'all make sure to subscribe. And, man, Life is Just a Wave podcast, man. Shout out to all my surfers out there. Stand the fuck up. We here to talk about it. Midday Madness, man. Let's continue to get into it. Hey, look, listen, man, this off season has been impressive. And I just want to break down how good of an off season that has been. When the season ended, right, David Tepper could have listened to the players. He could have listened to the fan base of the pressures of bringing Steve Wilkes back. Steve Wilkes is the guy. Steve Wilkes, man, is a black coach. He's the future. He won a couple games to end the season. He's the guy that we're wanting to come back and talk about it. No, he didn't listen to any of that. He didn't listen to any of that at all. He stayed true to his philosophy of bringing in an experienced coaching staff. That's what he was able to do, bring in experience. That's exactly what he was able to do.
I can be happy about that because Frank Reich was not a fan favorite. When we hired this guy, everybody was not happy about hiring him. But when you see the coaching staff that he was able to put together and bring along with him, you can't be nothing but happy and content with the choice that Tepper and David Tepper and Scott Fitter made.
Yes, sir. You can't be happy with it. And then, guys, let's talk about how they build the staff. Starting from that point, Frank Reich, a coach who probably got fired a little too early. He got fired a little too early. I think that he got let go from the coach when they were 3-5, right? This was a guy who took a washed-up Phillip Rivers to the playoffs the year before, okay? It wasn't his fault. It was not his fault that the Carolina, that the Colts, they missed on quarterback. They didn't have Matt Ryan was completely washed up. Excuse me. He was completely washed up. They got rid of him, and he got fired. So what did Tepper say? You know what? Everybody want us to bring in Sean Payton. Everybody want us to bring in Shane Steichen, all these top other guys, D'Amico Ryans, we wanted to bring that. He said, no, I'm going to get the guy that got the experience, especially experience with developing the quarterback. And then what did he do? He said, I'm going to go I'm going to write blank checkbook, and I'm going to go get the most experienced fucking staff that I can get to come in and coach this football team. The most experienced staff that I can get to come and coach this football team. And that's exactly what he did. He spared no expense to come in to do that. No expense at all to come and do that. So he bought in a Deuce Staley. He bought in a Dom Capers, a Jim Caldwell, guys that were competing to get this head coaching job. Like, think about how much of a plan and belief that they had to have in the Panthers. Jim Caldwell, somebody who interviewed for this job, who didn't get it to ultimately come and join this staff. Dom Capers, the Carolina Panthers' very first coach to come and join this staff. Deuce Staley, somebody who had a ton of success with the Lions a team that was one game away from being at a playoff, to get him to leave that team to come to Carolina. So think about what you had to sell these guys on. Thomas Brown, somebody that your coach, the head coach over there with the Rams, Sean McVay, did not want to lose. It was reported that was a big blow for Thomas Brown to be lost from that staff. Evero, an up-and-coming defensive coordinator who had a head coaching position, who also interviewed for that. Shout out. You know what time it is, man. Life is Just a Wave podcast, first podcast to break this news. The Carolina Panthers ain't go live on it, Midday Madness. Like and subscribe to the channel. You brought in Evero who also interviewed for this job. And he came in. You put a staff together. You were strategic in the free agency. You said, okay, guess what? We're not comfortable with staying at number 9. Number 9, we're not going to get our guy at number 9. We need to get to number 1, not number 2, not number 3. We're not going to trade to just the top 5. We're going to give up the house to get to number 1. And we're going to be aggressive to get to number 1. And that's exactly what they did. And yeah, you didn't want to give up DJ Moore. Nobody wanted to give up DJ Moore in this deal. But it saved us from being able to give up another future first rounder. That was strategic. And how do you attack free agency? Well, I know that I don't got no wide receivers no more. So what am I going to go do? Nobody thought we was going to sign Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was one of the top free agent running backs. The Panthers ain't never spent that much money in free agency. Hayden Hurst, arguably the second best free agent tight end. You went to go get him. Adam Thielen, still last year, even with him losing a burst, is still one of the best route runners in the league. Have 30 touchdowns over the last 2 years. And also, to cap it off, you went to go sign DJ Chark. Bro, think about what the Panthers have to tell these free agents. What are they telling these guys? The plan has to be great. Adam Thielen said that he got offers from 3 other teams. The Cowboys, the Bengals, and the Patriots to come and play for them. He chose the Panthers over these guys. So what is the conversation or the plan? He said that the plan that the Panthers laid out in front of them was a Super Bowl plan. Y'all, shout out to my man Wally. Wally in the building. Wally, man, what are your thoughts, Wally? My man Wally is in the building. Hey, look, shout out to everybody that's pulled up to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We are live right now, Midday Madness, talking Carolina Panther football. Got my boy CLT Wally just pulled up to the building. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We lit. Wally, let's hear it, man.
Hey, man, we ready to go, brother. Hey, I was checking out that both the guys throwing this week. I'm telling you, bro. And then I looked at one Carolina. He had a breakdown of CJ. That breakdown, brother, had CJ looking like trash. So give me Bryce.
You say you had CJ looking like trash. What you mean? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Now, one Carolina on his YouTube channel, he had a breakdown of CJ, and they were showing different plays and games of CJ not doing so well. Not the highlight, the low light reel. Dude, he was missing easy targets. I mean, stuff that was like obviously in front of you, but he was just it wasn't clicking. And then so I looked for the low lights for Bryce. I didn't find any.
Okay. All right. So what did you see at the pro days, man? Did you get a chance? Also, highlights for the pro days. For anybody that missed the pro days are in my shorts part of my YouTube channel. I have highlights from both CJ Stroud and Bryce Young pro days in my shorts on my YouTube channel. Y'all can go check it out there. Make sure to like those as well. They're best throws of the day. Y'all go check those out as well. Go ahead.
Well, CJ, he looked good all the way throughout. I didn't see anything that impressed me. It looked like what he normally does. However, it looked weird with Bryce when he was throwing deep. On his deep throws, I think he didn't connect on one deep throw. So there was 4 deep throws. One hit the guy's hand. The other 3 were overthrown. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, the ones that he overthrew, I feel like those were more so on the wide receivers, man, than it was on Bryce, because I know what balls you're talking about. Let's keep it real, man. Bryce Young wasn't throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jackson
No,
Smith and Jigba.
no, you're right. You can tell when you look at his receiver, you go, where did he get these guys from?
Yeah, those receivers he was throwing to was trash, man.
And the
You
2
can't give
receivers
you
that he
can't
had
give
the year before, those receivers got hurt. So when he threw for 47 touchdowns, and 21, those receivers were hurt in 22. So yeah.
Yeah, that like, but so here are a couple things that I noticed from what I took at the pro days, guys. And for those who don't know, the Carolina Panthers are Will Levis Pro Day is happening today. It might be going on right now. NFL Plus. I will be posting highlights on that in a short on my channel here a little bit later today. But again, guys, what I took away from this pro day. And I'm watching Will Levis throw the ball right now. He's actually throwing right now for the Kentucky Wildcats. Watching him throw the ball. The Panthers are not sparing any expense. They're taking a look at all of these guys. But from C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young, one thing that stands out to me that was different, Bryce Young pretty much controlled his whole pro day. If you remember, his quarterback's coach gave him a sheet, and he basically was telling the wide receivers what routes that I wanted you to run. As opposed to C.J. Stroud, where everything was already designed for him, right? C.J. Stroud, they had him designed to throw to certain routes. But for Bryce Young, if you go back and watch it, when they huddled up on each play, he was telling the wide receivers, hey, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Bryce Young's processing skills is light years above C.J. Stroud's from a processing standpoint, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
exactly right, and it looks that way in the games too. Because like I said, when I looked at the low lights, what it was is it wasn't like it was like he was like a half a second too slow. So he would miss the receiver, overthrow a receiver, or like when they rushed him, when they pushed him to the left and he was throwing. Every time they pushed him to the left, he had issues. Even in the pro day, he had issues when they were pushing him to the left. He had issues throwing in the pro day too.
Yeah. No doubt. Hey, man, we got Big Bruh. Big Bruh is in the building. Big Bruh, how you feel about this DJ Chark signing, man?
What's going on, everybody? Nah, man, I love the Chark signing. Big solid receiver, man. It gives us another weapon, man, on the offense with him and Thielen. He's the bigger, he's a big receiver, possession receiver. He go get those tough hard catches, man. I like the signing. This just continues to me. We making, moves, man, to win not only next year, but going forward, man. This team so far is making the necessary moves, man, to turn this organization around, and I love it, man. I really do. I love what Fritterer and his new staff and Tepper is doing, man. He letting the fans know that we hear y'all. We hear y'all. We don't want the stadium to be filled with the other teams' fans come in the fall, man. Like
Preach,
last
baby.
year. So man, all the moves the Panthers has made so far, man, has been, I grade this all season A+ so far. And this Chark deal just takes it overboard, man. I mean, I'm just surprised, man. We it's shocking me that we made this many moves in the off season.
There it is.
It's really the Panthers. I've been a fan. We never made this much noise in the off season.
Never.
Never. So
Yeah.
it's like a new era, man. I'm excited. Like I'm excited. I love it. I can't wait, man. I can't wait till the fall, man, to be, when it's game time, man. I'm back in the stadium this year, man. I guarantee you that. But I love the Shark move what they made today. I really do.
JT.
I think also with the addition of the tight ends and addition of the receivers that we added, it makes the pick for Bryce more easier because we have more size in those departments. We don't no longer have a short receivers, so we have taller receivers. So him being a shorter quarterback, smaller quarterback, we got more length, more wingspan for him to got them throw the ball to. So that makes sense. Adding Chark to the team.
Yeah. Hey, listen. We seen Bryce Pro Day yesterday. We seen Stroud, and I'm gonna be
Will
honest,
Levis
man.
just wrapped up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Will Levis just wrapped up his pro day. Just a couple takeaways from that. He focused on the deep ball today. He threw a lot of deep balls in his pro day today. Obviously, that's one of the strengths of his game. But I'm going to be posting the highlights from Will Levis's pro day. He's talking to the coaches right now and all the Panthers brass. Will Levis just completed his pro day, so only person left is Anthony Richardson next Friday.
Hey, well, listen, man. I to me, they said they're gonna bring in all four guys: Levis, Bryce, Stroud, and Richardson. But which again, that's fair. They have to do their due diligence. But the question for me, it's gonna come down to either Stroud or Young. Those other guys, they are nice, and you could say, some pros and cons for each of Richardson's and Levis's. I could say, but to me, I think you don't go up to number one. Those two guys, I think, talk about Richardson and Levis. They're still in the development stages. I don't think you can bring those two guys in right now, and they can lead this team. And it's
Man,
not no discredit to those guys, right? I'm not knocking them. I'm just from what I seen on film. Bryce, CJ, those guys from what they've shown, not only at their pro day and in the season, the last 2 years,
Yeah.
those guys have the mental capability to come in and lead this team from day one. With
I
this
just don't
coaching
think
staff. Go
I
ahead.
don't think Levis or AR is justified to go number one. I think that's the
Absolutely.
issue.
no, they
I
ain't
think if we was
justified.
at four or five, you can't be mad with Will Levis or AR. But number one, those are not options.
Right.
So let me
I
ask
agree.
y'all a question. From these pro days, do you think that one of these quarterbacks have taken the lead for the number one spot?
Hey man,
No,
no, I'm gonna say no, but which I knew that going into these pro days. I said that going into Young's and Stroud's pro days, no one was going to distinguish themselves. 1A, 1B, or however you want to label them, but because they're both just that guy. You can't go wrong with either one, in my opinion. So no, I don't think neither one is. It's really what it comes down to is who the Panthers and Frank Wright and his staff and it's gonna fit perfectly for the offense. Either
yep.
one, I think, me if I think either one can do it, but it's what he thinks and what the Panthers think, which
Give,
one. So,
I
but
don't
no
know,
one.
man. Give me Mr. Young.
Give
Yeah,
you Bryce.
it's gonna come down. It's
His
gonna come down
process,
to
his
interviews and
processing is
tape.
something else, man.
Go ahead, CLT.
I'll say it's gonna come down to interviews and tape. Who's smarter in these interviews? Who tape shows better? And who like they said, like the guy said, who Frank thinks fits better in his system.
Yeah, and when I'm thinking, and I want to ask the comments here, man. Again, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure y'all like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Life is Just a Wave podcast, man. I'm here with your boy Big Waves. We got CLT, Wally, and Big Bruh in the building. Man, y'all make sure to hit that like button. The Cash App screen is rolling across the screen. Any donations would be greatly appreciated. It only helps the channel. So y'all make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. If you want to see highlights of the pro days of Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, they are in my shorts section of my channel. You can go and take a look at those there as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. I think the Panthers already know who they're going to get.
Oh, come on.
I think
Go
the Panthers
ahead.
already know who they're going to get, Wiley. I'm gonna go ahead
Go
and say
ahead.
it's CJ Stroud. It's CJ. I think Josh McCown leaked the news already when he said what he said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think what this is. What up, Zulu King? What's up with everybody, man? Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hey, I think it's CJ Stroud. I think it's Stroud. And, you know, Josh McCown fucked up, man. He really did when he said what he said, you know, about the whole coming to play basketball thing once you live in Charlotte, right?
But
Like
Steve tried to clean it up, though.
he
Saw
tried.
what Steve said.
Yeah, he tried to clean it up, man. But you know, you can't say stuff like that, man. I think they're just going through smoke screens right now. Like when I watched the Panthers pro days, right? These pro days, none of them had smiles on their faces from Josh McCown, Frank Wright, Thomas Brown, David Tepper. All of those guys had grins from ear to ear at CJ Stroud's pro day. And another thing that stands out about CJ Stroud, man, that I would give him you know, you can take this for what it will. But, man, what CJ Stroud said in his post interview of the pro day when he was thanking God, man, and showing his appreciation, man, for it, and when they were trying to ask him certain questions, like, bro, that shit stands out, man. He's a high character guy. And
Yeah.
I think that CJ Stroud would I be surprised if they choose Bryce? I wouldn't. But I honestly think CJ Stroud is the guy. I think he is the guy.
I mean, in when it comes to each one of them characters, I mean, Bryce is a stand-up guy too. You know, he doesn't have any character issues. You know, I seen his interview when they with Steve Smith. You know, Steve Smith was just amazed at his pro day. Listen, man. Again, either one of those guys, bring them in. You know, I wouldn't mind, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I like CJ. I like Bryce. You know, I can't. You know, and I'm an Alabama fan. I watched Bryce, and I've also watched CJ, man. But those guys, both of them, shown me over the last 2 years with their pro days, and you know, showed me about their character, what type of men they are. You know, they're godly men. I mean, these guys are stand-up guys, and I think either one of them can lead. You know, so I wouldn't be upset or mad if one or the other. You know, I really now, man, I don't have a preference now, man. Honestly, myself, I don't. I can't say, well, I want this guy or I want that guy. You know, both of them have shown me on tape, you know, what they can do, man. You know, on the field. So that's just my. I mean, I can't pick one or the other now, man. I was leaning towards Stroud, and then you know, then I kind of backtracked. Went, you know, I said, "Dang, man, these guys are really, you know, both man can you know something special. Both of them are special guys. They're quarterbacks.
Yeah, they are.
So I mean, that's my take on it, man. I'm whoever the Panthers get at number one, I'm gonna have me a jersey soon. They go on sale. That's what I'm gonna take.
Oh yeah, jersey already.
You know,
Either way.
So whether right, either it's Young or Stroud, man. I'm gonna have me a jersey and I'm gonna be in the building.
Yeah.
You know,
and the reason why I'm saying either way, I think Young is ahead of him because he processes faster. However, our coaching staff, that's what they're there for. If they're gonna do what we think they're gonna do, that means we can take CJ and increase his processing in the next year. So hey, they'll be fine. But Kelly, hey, I'm gonna share with you that low light film. Wavez, maybe we need to put that on one of the videos so we can all look at the low lights together.
Yeah.
I had a question, fella.
Go ahead, CRT. What you got, bro?
Do you think with the current draft order, us and then the Texans, do you think it's possible for both Bryce and Stroud to have successful NFL careers? Because obviously
Yeah.
it's interchangeable. One of us going to come here, one of us going to go to Texas. Do you think either one can fit in both systems and be successful?
They're
well,
gonna design the system around them.
that's what I was gonna say. I said now, for what the Texans have done this offseason, I don't think they've done and put enough into place right now
Right.
to have, whoever goes there to be successful. Like right now, it may take, a couple years or 2 or 3 years maybe. And it may be a situation like, Justin Fields situation, typically whoever goes to Texas. But I think the Panthers, speaking of us, we've done, right this offseason, we've done from the coaches to the offseason, to the free agent pickup, we've done everything that you want your team to do to develop a young quarterback immediately.
Preach, baby.
So I mean, I think whoever comes here will have at first, the best chance for success right off. I mean, the Texas, again, they still trying to build. They still missing a lot of pieces.
They are.
And I mean, coaching staff, I don't compare them to this coaching staff. We obviously got the better one. But yeah, I mean, I think whoever goes there to the Texas eventually down the road, yes, they will have. But right now, I'm talking about within the next year or two, whoever comes here is gonna have the most success in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Texas ain't got no offensive line.
Right.
Somebody
they ain't got a lot, man. Receivers.
Chirping. Wally, I don't know.
Oh, that's me, man. I'm outside. I'm sorry, brother.
Nah, you good, brother. You good. Hey, so again, man, do we think that this Carolina Panthers team this season with the moves that we've made, we've turned this wide receiver room from a F wide receiver room to, honestly, I feel like a solid B, because Adam Thielen is still a top wide receiver. DJ Chark, when healthy, can be a deep threat. He's a big target, 6'4" guy, has a ton of size, easy target, especially in the red zone, can catch the ball down the field. Hell, if y'all remember, he caught that like 50-yard bomb against us when we played the Lions this year. So we know what he can do. Terrace Marshall Jr. is still going to develop. You brought Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders. Do we think the Panthers have enough to not only, man, win the NFC South this year, but, man, even potentially win a playoff game this season?
So I would say I would grade it a C+ because of all of the questions. We got to see if Chark can stay healthy. And you got Adam Thielen on the back end of his career. And we got Terrace Marshall for questionable on the rise. So I would give it a C+. I wouldn't quite give it a B just yet.
Yeah.
But yes,
Minus.
I would say C+. But I would give us definitely a chance to win the playoffs. Another thing I was going to say earlier, if we can make the playoffs, that will put us in the bottom half of draft order, which would make the trade more successful. Because once we move from 6th to 16th pick in the upcoming draft, that pick that we traded value decreases.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think we can definitely win our division for sure. Go and make a playoff run, win a playoff game because of the coaching staff. If this quarterback fits, I feel like we have the most complete team. If we can get the right quarterback for our system.
Yeah,
We ready, baby.
About it.
Yeah, I would agree, man. Like I said, just what my man just said. Like I said, I would grade it about like I said, C+, because like I said, Chark, we definitely got to see about he's been unhealthy for his career. Thielen, good solid possession receiver. So those two, those are great pieces. But I think we do got a chance to win our division. Okay, the only other team I see us really compete, and that's even, and I'm just saying, and this may not happen, even with if Andy Dalton started out as a starter, right? I still think we got a chance to win the division. As far as the playoff game, I can see ourselves potentially winning a playoff game. We've made a lot of moves. I think we have a good solid team on the rise. Again, we kind of seen that last year. So I mean, we like right there on the verge of being a playoff contending team, each season going forward. So I can't think we can contend to make the playoffs this upcoming season. And if we get, depending on who we play season, yes, do we have a chance to win the game? I think we do have a chance to win at least one game in the playoffs, depending on who we play. But
and to your point, big bro, the NFC is down this year. Like literally, the NFC is down. Like when I'm looking at these divisions, outside of the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles, which I don't think the Eagles are going to be as good as they were last year. This year, I think that they're still going to be a problem, but they lost a lot this all season. But outside of the 49ers and the Eagles, I don't see really any real threats, man, when we're talking about the NFC, because Green Bay is not going to be a problem. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins is limited. The Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott is taking them as far as he can take them. I don't really see any teams that are real threats in the NFC. But let me do some promo right quick, man. Hey, everybody, man, we got 53 people in here watching today. Midday Madness, man, talking about the Panthers signing DJ Moore. Also, DJ Chark, and also talking about the Pro Day Talk. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Your boy Big Waves in the building today. We got Big Bro CLT Wiley pulled up here talking and bringing y'all that first breaking news of the Carolina Panthers signing DJ Chark. So y'all make sure and like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Shout out to all my servicemen. The Cash App is scrolling across the screen. If you're feeling generous, any donation is greatly appreciated, man. Y'all help your boy get to them 700 subs. Y'all know what time it is. Life is Just a Wave podcast. Also, we have highlights of the pro days. If you missed them, they are in my shorts section of my channel. You can go to the shorts and see the highlights of CJ Stroud's best throws. Also see the shorts of Bryce Young's best throws, and Will Levis's will be later today. Shout out to Corey Waters. Shout out to Courtesy, James Castro, James Jones in the comments. Y'all already know what time it is. Vietnam. We are in the building. Midday Madness, man. Hey, so again, like I was saying, man, look, the NFC is really not that good this year. Seattle is an up-and-coming team. I'll give you the Seattle Seahawks. I'll give you the 49ers. I'll give you the Eagles. I do think that the Commanders will be better this year. I think that they will be better with, them bringing the coordinator over, Eric Bieniemy, and them adding some pieces. I think that they will be better. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are the real deal. Yes, they might have a good regular season, but they're not going to make any noise in the playoffs. But outside of those teams, I don't see any real threat. The Detroit Lions are up and coming. The Chicago Bears are going to be a threat over the next 2 years because they're making all of the right moves to build their team. This is the Panthers' time to strike. If any year is a year for the Panthers to really try to make some noise, these next 2 years are the years. Shout out to Omar in the building, man. Y'all go ahead, fellas. What y'all thoughts about the NFC right now and the Panthers' chances?
I mean, make some good points. I mean, NFC, I wouldn't say it's a down year. NFC, I mean, they still some good teams and some teams, man, that's gonna make some noise, and it's always that one surprise team that you never expect make some noise. I think that when it comes to our division, yes, we have a great chance to run the division over the next, with the moves that we make over the next few years. I think we got a chance to make that ours, like we once had. But overall, the NFC, man, you got, like I said, those teams. I mean, somebody got to win something. So we got a chance to because I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say here's the order that I got in there. First off, this off season, the Panthers, okay, we're gonna shoot obviously to make the playoffs and win our division, right? I think we got a chance over the next couple of years, with everything that we've done and this year and next three, I'm gonna say within the next 3 to 5 years, we got a chance to be in the Super Bowl. I think as long as we keep doing what we need to do. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I think, next year definitely can win the division,
Okay. Hey,
Go
check
ahead.
this out, Wade. Hey, with Cam, it took us 4 years to get the Super Bowl, and we didn't build this team like this.
Right.
Okay.
2 years we've been in the Super Bowl, baby. We built this thing way better. Cam never had this foundation. Plus, we didn't have this good of coaches. So we didn't have an offensive line. We didn't have a defensive line as good as this team. I'm just saying, we had a few players. We had Luke. We had
Thomas
TD. Yeah, we had KK Short for a little while there. What I'm saying is we didn't have such a dominant though group of people. We only have 3, maybe 4. I believe after this year we're gonna be naming 5 or 6 on defense. Then we'll go on the offensive side of the house. We never had an offensive line, not like this.
There you
So
go.
that's 5. That's 5
big.
right there.
That's a big difference. The Carolina Panthers, people that don't know, the Carolina Panthers offensive line last season finished 5th. They finished 5th in the entire NFL, man, when it came to overall offensive line play. That offensive line finished 5. So everybody that keep talking about Bryce Young and his size and getting hit, this offensive line is going to be able to protect him, man. Like, I feel that 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's what any quarterback, man. I mean, it starts with the offensive line, no matter what your size is. I mean, one of the greatest short quarterbacks that ever played, and a lot of y'all may not have seen him, but the old school people know was Doug Flutie, man.
Yeah, he was short.
Doug Flutie was a monster, man. He could ball.
He was short.
I mean, he was shorter than Bryce. They got Bryce listed at, I think,
5'10",
5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. But Flutie was shorter than that. And the dude played in the NFL, man, a long time and made plays, But so as far as the offensive line goes, on any team, any quarterback needs the offensive line to protect. Listen, Bryce being that tall, to me, that's not a factor. And even Frank Wright came out and said it. We're not even considering his size because the dude is a baller. He played in SEC. He with Alabama, man, and one of the toughest conferences in college football. And dude can prove that his size wasn't an issue. He made plays. So I mean, to me, his size is not a factor. So we can go ahead and cut that out, man.
Come on, bro, man. You giving Bryce not enough credit. He carried Alabama.
Yeah, he did carry that Alabama team. He know more than anybody, Wiley.
Now,
I know.
Hey,
Hey, y'all be glad his face ain't on the screen. I can see the big old smile now because he know I'm telling the truth.
He know that Bryce Young carried that team.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I'll tell you something. So I watched Bryce play, and I seen what he could do. Listen, he was a big part of the reason we won the games that we did, because especially within this past season, because we lost a lot of weapons, man. So Bryce, the guy is a baller, no question. Like, you go watch the tape, the Tennessee game and also the LSU game this past season, man. When it come down to the stretch, the dude do not let pressure get to him. He still go out. He make plays out of nothing. The dude is special. So yes, I agree with you, man. He was a big part of what we did at Alabama, which he should be. He's a quarterback, and that's why he was recruited, man, to the best college when it comes to football. But yeah, man. I mean, his size.
He didn't play at Clemson.
No. I mean, Clemson. He did play at Clemson. Like,
I'm just saying.
I don't know. See, he SEC, man. That's the deal, man. We the next thing to the NFL is what they say.
Closest thing to it.
So it's hard to play in the SEC and be a top player, man. And he's by far been.
Why? Let me ask y'all a question. Why does everybody, like, I saw Brandon Catherine, man, shout out to Brandon, man, in the comment that he just made. But why are people still shooting over Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray? Those are still short quarterbacks. Like, I don't think the size is that big of a factor, man. Like, to me, the way that the NFL has gone and like what it is now, size is not a problem in the NFL, man. It's really not an issue. The issue is not play.
I'm gonna say this: not when it comes to a quarterback when he's a baller like Bryce.
Right.
It's not a factor, right? I mean,
that's correct.
Like, the dude, just if he wasn't a baller, man, like if he was like a Will Levis type of guy, and this is no shade to Will Levis.
Man, fuck Will Levis.
No, I'm just saying.
Say it again.
If you put his game,
I don't even know why the Panthers are there at his pro day. That's a waste of goddamn time, man.
If you put his game in Will Levis' game in Bryce Young's body, then we have a conversation to talk about. But that's not the case though. We're not talking about that example that I just gave. We're talking about Bryce Young being the baller that he is, 5'10", and he gonna go out and make plays. So size is not a factor, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Dakota J, man. We got a Jets fan in the building, man. We got 74 in here, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to it, baby. Midday Madness, Life is Just a Wave podcast.
And look,
hit the like button on this video.
And here's the thing, guys. We forget
Let's get
the
it.
dude. I'm gonna say this. You go. The dude. We forget the dude won the Heisman a year ago.
Right. There you go.
Y'all forgetting that.
There
He
you
was the best college football player in the country.
Yeah, he was.
He was voted by that. Come on, this was just 2 years ago, fellas.
In the SEC.
So, like, y'all talking about like this dude, oh, he just short and can't ball. This dude is a baller.
Yeah.
He way more than a baller, Doc.
Okay, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, whatever praise.
Now, he's way more. Because I looked at him right and I was like, okay, this dude is little. But I kept looking, I was like,
yes, sir.
How can he feel that pressure?
Right.
Man, that dude got his instincts are like
exactly.
That's
exactly.
facts. That's facts, Wally. His processing ability is at a whole nother level.
Yes, football IQ, man, is off the charts.
It is. It's off the charts, man.
And he's listen, he's been in my opinion, the best Alabama quarterback to come out, out of college.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, from Alabama, the Alabama quarterbacks. So, but yeah, the dude, I'm telling you, man, he's that good. He's that guy. So his size, again, people always talk about the size. Again, I think
it's not a factor, man.
That was just put out there, by whoever, man, to try to knock this dude down. But it's not gonna work, man. The dude gonna get drafted. The one or two.
Wherever he goes, he's gonna be balling like a mother.
Yep.
1 or 2, man. Hey, so let me ask y'all this question though, man. Like, so with all of the moves that we done made this offseason, we say that the Panthers can be a legit playoff contender this year. Where do y'all see now, man, with us adding DJ Chark today? You got Adam Thielen, you got Terrace Marshall Jr., you still got Laviska Shenault on the – I don't think a lot of people been talking about him, but he's still there. You got Miles Sanders. Where do y'all think, man, the Panthers need to do with the rest? We still got 6 draft picks this year. What should be the areas that the Panthers should attack in the draft?
I don't know, because my thing is this. I've been looking at what we have on the practice squad. I know people don't know the practice squad. But you know what? We got the receiver from Miami, Williams. Williams was playing out Preston Williams. He was playing good in Miami. The problem is they got my man from Kansas City. He ain't him. But guess what? Now we got competition. Mr. Stroud may not be on the final roster.
Yeah, he probably might not make it. I don't think he might make it.
There you go.
Him and Shy might not make it. And they may draft a guy. Yeah, they may draft a guy. I'm just saying he may not make it.
Now, and I agree with that 100%. You hit the nail on the head. Now, to answer your question, where we need to go going forward. So, what makes the good teams versus the great teams is we got to have depth, fellas.
Yes, sir.
We got to have depth. So, meaning at the position, we need depth at all positions, because what we do know and what we don't talk about is how healthy we're gonna be at the end of the season when it matters.
That's facts. That's facts.
So meaning you gotta when you get the pieces that you need in place, now you gotta have pieces behind those guys.
Yes, right? Sir.
And debate to say, okay, well, we know it's a 18-game season, long season, so we want to be fresh, ready to go by the time the playoffs come. So we need to build depth, man, and we can do that in the draft. We need, to me, we need another pass rusher, obviously, because we don't know. Brian Burns coming up for a deal, right?
Yeah, we got to pay Brian Burns.
We got to pay. I mean, we got to pay him, so he's gonna look for.
I would get that deal done right now.
So we got to know. Again, he may not. We don't know if he want to return to Carolina. I don't know.
He gonna return. He look at what's being built. Think about it like this: you came there and you were in the desert. Now all of a sudden I'm bringing you some ice cold tea, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna walk away from it.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. I agree with 100%. I'm not walking away from that tea, the ice cold tea. But again, we gonna offer him a deal. I know we're gonna offer him, but it's like, okay, is he willing to accept? That's my thing. We can't say that he's gonna sign back. Well, he might want to test free agent. I don't know, but we gotta the forward thinking as a GM. We gotta think. All right, we might need our next pass rusher. Because he may be gone next year, possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope he not. I like Burns, but that's what Fritterer. We need to get depth, and we need to think about these future contracts that's coming up. In the next couple of years.
One thing that I'll say is I don't think that Brian Burns is going to walk. I think that they get a deal done with him, man, before he even thinks about hitting free agency. Because
I hope so.
Because my thing about it is, if you let him walk, that will go back to where you should have took the offer that we got when we got offered to first round pick.
There you go. That would be great.
So to let him walk would be 100% bullshit. And honestly, I'd rather trade him than let him walk than anything. So
the thing is, I don't think that we'll let him walk. I think they're gonna offer him a deal, but it's still up to him to take it. We're gonna offer him a deal that makes sense for not only us but for him. So again, we could be in a situation where we offer him good money, and he may say, you know what, this team gonna pay me, $20 million a year. We may offer him 19 to 18. I don't think we're gonna let him walk. It won't be a 20. Situation like that.
Yeah, he definitely gonna get his money, man. So
so again, we seen what a aging pass rusher got with Von Miller last year from Buffalo. So I can only imagine what Burns wanted, and he
gets 20.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So we again, it might not be in the cards for us to pay it. I mean, I hope we work something.
No, we got the money. We got the money.
We got like $23 million in free cap, like right now, still. Because
now, about next year,
Scott,
it account. Yeah,
Scott Fitterer working the fuck out of this salary cap.
Oh, he pimping that.
He pimping the hell out of that shit, Wally.
Nah, he doing. Yeah, Scott Fitterer has done an amazing job with the salary cap. For us, not only this year, and and restructure some deals, man, even some stuff for next year. So again, I would hope Brian Burns we can get a deal done. Again, they might reel him up this offseason. I don't know, after the draft or before the season starts. But he'll get his money, and I hope it's here because he's still young. He's one of the elite pass rushers, and those are hard to come by in the NFL. So, but I would still, I still think we still need to draft a end, man.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know.
But this is what I'll say about that part, Wally, and I'm gonna let you go.
I think
if we do draft one, like when we did the mock draft the other night, like if somebody like KJ Henry or something slide like that to the third or fourth round or something like that, I'm not using a second or a third on the defensive end, right? Like I'm not doing that because I think that there's just other holes that we need to fill that are more important. Because honestly, I feel like you can bring a defensive end in free agency right now. Right now, I think that you can go get a Jadeveon Clowney or Yannick Ngakoue and offer them a 1-year deal to solidify that position, man, until we can get more capital to draft a guy that we really want to get to hold that down. So to me, if I'm at that 39th pick, if you asking me what I'm doing, I'm going to go get another fucking weapon on offense, man. I'm going to get another wide receiver. And if I'm not doing that, I'm going to get another corner. I'm going to go get another corner, man, because it's no guarantee that Dante Jackson and J.C. Horn are going to play a full season. They've shown past that they probably not going to give us a full season. They probably not. You need to have depth at corner, and depth at corner is something that we don't have. C.J. Henderson is a liability. I don't care what nobody say about C.J. I'm not having any faith in C.J. Henderson. He's a bum to me. So I'm going to go get a corner right there. I also Also, if it's a linebacker there that I like, I might take a linebacker there if I like it. But at the same time, my 3 top needs right now is going to get a wide receiver, another wide receiver, because DJ Chark is only signed to a 1-year deal. Adam Thielen is still old, so I'm still going to get a wide receiver that I can groom to be my number 1 wide receiver, right? And if I'm not doing that, I'm going to go get me a goddamn corner or a linebacker. Tight end, I mean, if one of the top tight ends, drop, but I feel like with signing Hayden Hurst to a 3-year deal, tight end is not a necessity. And I think with the later picks, you can add depth to the offensive line. But wide receiver and corner are my 2 most important positions to solidify right now. Hey, shout out to everybody that's here. We got 96 people watching right now. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Midday Madness with Life is just a wave podcast. We running it up right here, man. We talking about the news of Panthers signing DJ Chark. This offense is about to be lit. If you're a Carolina Panther fan, you got to be excited right now. We have turned bullshit bologna sandwiches into a sub. We've turned fucking water into wine. We turned goddamn chocolate milk into a motherfucking sundae. We are making it happen, and y'all getting the news breaking here. Only Panther Podcast live right now. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on that video, man. We up right now, baby. Like and subscribe.
Already.
Amos, Carl Vaughn, Agent 704, Maurice Hardy in there showing love. If you're feeling generous, man, the Cash App is scrolling across the screen. Any donations will be likely appreciated and greatly appreciated. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We in the building. Hey, listen.
Hey, man, I got something.
Go ahead.
Hey, check it out. So, we drafted a tight end last year. He got hurt right before the season started. So I'm saying is you gotta take the opportunity and look at everything that's in the practice squad, because he's doing some stacking over there in the practice squad. We may not draft, I would say, cornerback.
Oh, you talking about who? What's the black guy that we drafted?
No, the North Dakota State or something like this.
Yeah, what's his name? Big brother. Damn, what's the tight end? You remember we threw a fucking in that damn Cardinals game, man? They threw a damn deep Sullivan.
No, not Sullivan. Not Sullivan. Another one.
Well, not
He
Trevor.
didn't play. He didn't play. No.
He didn't play.
The guy didn't play. He didn't play.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
He came from either Indiana State or something like this, but he didn't play. But the point is, he's like 6'7", and the guy is just like these tight ends that's in this draft. He was highly talented. So what I'm saying is, I believe we need to go cornerback, linebacker, safety, of course receiver, and then the offensive line. But simply because I'm looking with what's in the. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Curtis Lynch, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate everybody, man, for showing that love. Y'all hit that like button, man. Get your boy in the algorithm, man. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. So So I'm not 100. I think you're not talking about Giovanni Ricci. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Wiley. What's the guy's name? I'm gonna have to look that up.
Was he on the practice squad or the?
No, he was on the active squad. He got hurt
active roster last year. Hold on, let me.
I think he got hurt in the preseason. Or in training camp.
Undrafted free agent, not draft. Yeah, I'm not who. Hey, people in the comments, man, y'all tell me, man, who we talking about. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing.
He was a drafted tight end. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 107 people in here, man. Appreciate the love. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. If y'all haven't done so already, we are up midday madness. Y'all know what time it is. It's Sullivan. That's who I thought it was too, MDJ. That's who I thought he was talking about. Sullivan is an athletic guy, man. I think he just got to get more opportunities.
Yeah, but Sullivan was there the year before. Yeah. This guy didn't play. That's what I'm saying. And Sullivan was like that the year before. You're right. Because Sullivan had problems. He had a family member passed away during the season, so I know who Sullivan is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure who you're talking about. So let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all this question then. So you said linebacker first. So you think the Panthers should go linebacker first with their second overall pick?
Middle linebacker. If you get the opportunity, The guy to Arkansas, Sanders. Oh Jesus, boy, that dude there, he can now he can play. He can play opposite of Brian Burns because he played defensive end at Alabama and he's rotated between linebacker and defensive end at Arkansas.
So, Wiley, let me ask you this question, big bro, man. I want your opinion. We in a 3-4 scheme this year, which means that Derek Brown is probably going to get some work at defensive end, and we've added some interior line help. Is it really with our in a 3-4 scheme? Is it really pressing to have a true pass rusher when you think that a lot of those guys are going to be standing up, especially when you got a Frankie Louvu, you got all these guys on the team? Is it really a must for us to go and get a perennial pass rusher right now in the draft?
So in I'll take this one. In your 3-4 scheme, what's critical in that is your one technique. Those guard in the middle, right?
Those guards, right? And we addressed that in free agency.
Yes. So meaning that's the key to that. The outside linebacker, because you're gonna have linebackers, on the outs that's gonna be rushed. You got to have a guy, a hybrid, linebacker, slash end, type of guy, that can rush the passer. That's the next important part. You got to have somebody that can rush the passer in that hybrid role that's going to be on, in that 3-4. Your nose got to be able to take up doubles, man, and get pressure, and you got to have the rush on the outside.
Gotcha.
So meaning at the number 2 pick, when we draft, 2 come up, we should be looking for somebody the best available that that's obviously worth to draft at that position.
Josh
hybrid linebacker slash DN guy.
That's where you think we should be going. You don't think wide receiver?
Nah, I mean, I don't think we have to go wide receiver
now. Yeah,
2. I mean, what to say, we can pick up a wide receiver. I mean, especially with some of the moves we made, we don't necessarily have to go wide receiver at number 2 with the second pick. We can go, like I said, look for that hybrid guy who can rush the passer and play and can cover as well.
There you go. See, bro. See what you just did. You described Sanders. That's who he is.
Well, hey, see, I don't know nothing about the guy. I mean, if that's who he is, then hey, they do deals on him. Go ahead and take him. But that's what we need in that 3-4.
I hope he's there because they talking about he going in the first round or late first round.
Okay.
But that dude's a monster. That dude, his instincts look like Luke's, man.
Man, jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up the highlights on him.
Yeah, I played it when LSU played against him, he caused havoc, man. He flies all over the field. Like, yeah, he's a good guy, man. I think that he could be a solid pick, man. But to me, man, I just think, man, okay, like on the roster currently right now, when you're talking about linebackers, obviously you got Shaq Thompson. I think Brandon Smith is going to take a step this year, the rookie that we had from last year. Listen, his game was erratic last year when he stepped in, but he made some plays. He's a downhill. He's good at stopping the tackle. You still got Frankie Louvu there. Brian Burns in this is going to play a lot of linebacker. I think he's going to put his hand in the dirt, but I also think he's going to stand up a lot as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be that 3-4 scheme. And, Derek Brown is probably going to get a lot of play at defensive end in this scheme as well, man. So to me, you can, and Amari Barno is a guy that I think, man, that deserves a lot more chances. So there's a lot of guys, man, that we have currently on the roster that I think, man, that they just need to get more opportunities. I'm not saying that you don't need to address it, but unless a for sure, talent slides down to 39 on the defensive side of the ball, man, I'm going wide receiver, bro. The Panthers have been solid on defense with what we have over the last 2 years. Like with what we currently have right now, we've been a top 10, top 15 defense at minimum. And
Hey, Wade, check it out. The
go ahead.
guy you will get, the receiver you will get in the second round, and the receiver you get in the third round is almost the same guy. The best receivers, and there's a big difference, is all in the first round. Unless you're going back in the first round, get the guy in the third round. But on defense, the better guys are in the second round. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you there, Wiley. I mean, he kind of right on that ways because, like I say, the receivers, the real good ones are gonna go early. You know, teams gonna identify those. Now, you might catch a receiver in this, like I say, second or third that may slide. You know, that who might be a gem. You know, but you know, and on the defensive side, if it's a good defensive player that didn't go in the first round with a first round grade,
take that joker.
Most likely you're gonna need to take him in the second round. If he had a first round grade, you know, you're like, dang, he failed to me at 39.
Yeah.
So like I said, you can find a receiver in the third, you know, even in the fourth, man. I mean, because like I said, receiver right now, and I'm just speaking right now.
We don't have a true vertical threat, though.
I mean,
that's what Chark is there for.
Chark, because Chark, he not. I'm gonna say you meant to say like speed threat, speed, but Chark he can go vertical, man. He ain't that fast, but he can go make those catches.
No, he run like a low.
Nah, he got some speed to him now.
He run like a low 4.4 or 4.39, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah, he's somewhere in that ballpark, but I'm just talking about, man, that true speed.
Jared from Maryland. I mean, listen, obviously, you know, guys, we talking about, and this was coming in my research, Hardy. I see Jared from Maryland. Like, you want to, if obviously the defensive guy ain't there, then yes, we might, if it's a real good receiver there, then yes, we'll take the receiver. But it really just depends on how it play out, man, you know. And that's why they do these draft boards, man, to see. But if we got a good defensive guy that was like this guy that he was talking about, if he has a first round grade, he failed. And you know, and the Panthers not done their due diligence on him, then I say go ahead and take. But if not, yes, go ahead and get a receiver. Or to me, man, the best available at number 2.
And think about it like this, Wade. If you get Dole Sewell, right? Dole Sewell is about 6'3", about 250, 260. Think about him. If he's playing middle linebacker, right? And then Brandon Smith is fast enough to cover. But he's like 6'3", around 245, 250. Dude, that's what I'm talking. You can bring the pain up the middle, and then you have Brian Burns and Marno on the outside, fast guys, or Luvu. Come on, man. And we got them big boys. We got about 7 guys over 300, 310 to 350.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We talking now. We talking.
Rashad Williams that we signed from the Broncos, man. Also, Tuttle that we bought in from the Saints. We got some hog mollies in the middle now.
We still got old boy now. The dude we drafted, we have McCall. McCall is 250.
Yeah, McCall.
I mean, 350. And then the dude that came from Temple. That was a Temple or a Baylor. The other guy, he's like 330, 340. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying we got, and then the guys on the practice squad too. I can't be looking at because these ain't just guys that's throwaways.
Right.
These guys, there's gonna be a few that gonna make it through.
Absolutely, man. I agree, man. Again, we here talking Panther talk, man. I got your boy Wiley, big bro in the building, man. We here talking the news. The Panthers signed DJ Chark today. Also, these pro day breakdowns as well, man. The Carolina Panthers are back, man. It's looking like they are back, man. This has been the greatest offseason the Carolina Panthers have had in Panthers history.
Say that, baby.
I think hands down been the greatest offseason the Carolina Panthers has had. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe to it, man. Life is Just a Wave podcast, Panthers Basement podcast. We here to talk about it. Look, Exciting stuff coming up, man. We're going to be dropping. Listen, if y'all didn't see the pro days yesterday, go and take a look at them shorts. I have highlights from Bryce Young, CJ Stroud pro days in the short section of my channel. Make sure y'all go and hit the like button on those as well, man. Also hit the like button on this video as well. The Cash App is scrolling across the screen, man. Anybody that's feeling generous, y'all make them show some love in that Cash App as well. But I got to ask y'all a question, man. Question here too. So if wide receiver, we talk about wide receiver now, and we've added DJ Chark. We got Adam Thielen here. The running back position. Is the running back position a pick that we should spend a draft pick on? We got Chuba Hubbard. We know we got Miles Sanders, but I don't think we got that big bruising running back. Should we invest into the running back position with a late draft pick?
I mean, I would say, currently right now, man, we got 4 running backs on the roster. We got Miles, we got Hubbard, we got Blackshear, and Brown.
Yeah, but Spencer Brown.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we got on the roster, man. So, I mean, normally teams don't have 5 backs on there.
I don't think those guys are gonna make it though. A lot of those
Brown
guys
ain't gonna make it.
He may not.
Hey, I say we need to draft one. We need to draft like the dude out of Texas, the second guy.
Roshan Johnson. Somebody just said that. Shout out to Zaire Kiefer for saying that.
Or the guy out of Illinois, home run hitter. Because we don't have no home run hitter. Either big back or home run hitter, one of the two.
Yeah, I feel like we can one of them late round picks. Yes, if somebody's there, and we took care of other needs, then yes, go ahead and draft a big bruiser that can get those tough yards.
Yeah,
since we lost Foreman, so
how about the running back from UAB? I can't think of what his name. They've been talking a lot about him, man. We talked about him in the running back from UAB. He like 215, 220 or something like that. Big running back, man. He a problem. Or the running back from UCLA. What is that dude name, man? The running back from UCLA. Damn.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I can't remember what the running back from UCLA. He was a problem. Chase Brown is also another problem.
Charbonnet.
The top running backs out of this
Charbonnet was the running back.
Yeah, Charbonnet. Yeah, he a problem.
There it is. And running back is deep this year. See, this was deep this year. What's deep this year is tight end, running back, offensive line, and defensive line.
Definitely.
Those are deep. Now, cornerback ain't that bad either. That's what I'm saying. We didn't get a cornerback because you're right. One of those guys are gonna go down, so we need to get some depth. And I believe, just me, if we get a free safety, a true free safety, but those other guys on, they kind of old. Get a true free safety to be back there to develop some chemistry with Chin. And Chin gonna sign a long-term deal, and they're gonna play him as a big nickel, and they're gonna move him around.
Right, definitely, man. I like it's.
I like Chin going back to free safety, man.
No, man, he got to be in the box, man.
But you remember his rookie year, they moved him. They was moving him around. He started at free safety. He was coming down.
Yeah, he a chess piece.
That's when he was most successful.
Yeah, but they had him playing like a big nickel or a joker.
He was a hybrid role. He was like he was at free safety. Then they would bring him down in the box sometime. So he going back to where he started. I think that's where he most effective. Because you can use him in so many different packages, especially now that we're running this 3-4. I mean, he may not and they might even put him again. He might be the coverage linebacker in the 3-4. I mean, there's so many things you can do with Chin, man, in that defense.
You're right.
So he's a hybrid player, man. So I like Chin there. I mean, if you want to draft another, I mean, we do got Miles Dorn. He the second free safety.
You're right. We do have him.
We got Dorn, man. I like Dorn in college, and I follow him in high school too, man.
Okay.
He a local kid. Miles Dorn.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad.
Miles Dorn is the son of Torn Dorn. They used to play in the NFL.
Yeah, Miles. Yeah, he went to Vance.
Yeah. He the son of Torrin Dorn. Torrin Dorn played for Minnesota and he played for the Vikings. I actually work with that guy, man.
Yeah. Look at see. I'm saying the practice squad ain't full of no chumps now.
So man, but I think if you want, but I like seeing there. I mean, you want to develop somebody behind them, but if you want to draft free safety, but like I said, I think definitely cornerback, man. We need some depth at corner. I don't like Henderson being behind Dante. Henderson has not shown me anything these last couple of years.
They should have re-signed Miles Hartfield, man. Hartfield had a decent year last year.
Nah, what was that guy number 20? What was it? It was number 21. The guy that was on the team for halfway through the season, he was showing out of training camp, and all of a sudden they cut him. I didn't understand it.
Yeah, we got to get cornerback. The guy who just said that comment. We got to definitely get some depth at cornerback, man. So we with and Wade, you hit on it earlier with J.C. Horn and Dante Jack injuries, man. The last 2 years have been.
They can't stay healthy.
That's been killing us, man. Like
killed the whole defense.
I mean, especially going down the stretch, man. That's why I said earlier, at the end of the season, man, you want to be, healthy. I mean, as healthy as possible. I mean, you ain't gonna be 100% healthy, but as healthy as possible, and also playing your best ball. So those guys going down, J.C. Horn and Dante, man, was huge for us. At the end of the season, man. Some of those games that I think, especially I feel like that Tampa Bay game, we could have stopped. Mike Evans, man. If those guys were healthy, J.C. Horn probably would have been on them, and you wouldn't have got
Mike
killed.
Evans,
Henderson got killed that game.
Oh, he got slaughtered. He got all the skills. He just don't have the.
Zaire, I think, Eli.
He don't want to be there.
Good pick. I was just reading the comment. Go ahead, Wiley.
I was saying is Henderson has all the skills. It's just he act like he don't want to be there. It's like
but see that was this thing in Jacksonville, man. They were saying that he was drafted in the first round, guys. Y'all remember that?
Number 9 or number 8.
He was the first round pick.
Yeah, he was the first round. Yeah, so Henderson, but they were saying in Jacksonville, the reason why they traded him, he just he got all the skills to be a great corner, but just didn't, like he wanted it enough. And again, he's done been around because he was drafted in the first round that high. That's the reason he's still around, And we gave up, something to get him.
Hey, check this out. Maybe it's this. And because we kept having guys play zone, some guys just want to play man to man.
Right.
And they're better at man to man. And Henderson seems like he get lost in the zone.
But see, Wiley, that's true. I agree with you 100%. But if you come to a team that plays zone, man, you got to play zone. I mean,
well, he has an opportunity now because Everett switches between them. He plays more man to man in zone.
Right.
So if he don't make it now, it's on him.
Yeah.
I mean, but I agree with you though. Yeah, some corners do better in man to man versus zone. But hey, this the NFL, man. You gotta try to carve your way. And adjust. Again, if you got to adjust, man. Your game. I mean, and
think about it like this: Everett, just like Wilkes, was a defensive back coach from the beginning. So maybe he'll be able to put him in the right positions, and also look at it like this: he got a little more flash. He can say, "Look, man, I coach these guys. I believe you have the ability to be like this." They show him a couple times he can do it. He has no confidence.
He don't, man. Somebody just said that in the chat too. A shout out to I think it was DeMarthius Goss. He just said that too. He don't play with no confidence, man. And you know what killed me about CJ Henderson? He doesn't turn his head around. Like when you play in the cornerback position, especially at that level in the NFL.
But you just said it. It's the reason why, because he don't have no confidence. So meaning he's worried about the receiver, right? Like meaning he's worried about getting beat. So he don't play naturally in his game because they teach. I mean, he's not been taught. He know he's supposed to turn his head, but he's so worried about getting beat he forget everything he probably done been taught, about how to play corner because he doesn't have any confidence.
Right.
But the dude is fast though. That's what's weird. He's not slow. It's like y'all the damn. If you drew up a defensive back, you draw him up. You draw him JC. This
Right.
him and JC. JC plays with extreme confidence.
Do y'all think that this current defensive staff, man, with Evero and the guys that we brought in on the defensive assistants, do y'all think they're gonna be able to coach CJ Henderson up, man, or y'all think he a lost cause?
I think.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. Listen, if these guys can't do it, then
Can't be done.
I'm with Wiley. Yeah, it can't be done.
It'll be it for him.
Yeah, this probably be it. I mean, he might just because he's a first round, he might get picked up by somebody else, and just because he is a first rounder, and everybody think they can get everything out of a first rounder before they give up on them, But again, if we can't get it done with this staff, I don't know what else to do.
Hey, I am in Discord, man. You can find me in Discord, man. Search Wavez on there, man. I'm about to I got somebody working on me to create my own server on Discord. But you can find me on there, man. I go by Wavez on Discord. You can reach out to me, send a direct message. Anybody that want to talk to me directly, send me a message on Discord. I go by Wavez, Wavez. Y'all can add me on there, man, and pull me up. But I'm about to start my own Discord server here soon, where all of my followers and people, man, that support me, man, will be able to come in there. As always, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, big bro. Just on you.
No, I was just gonna say to go back to the wide receiver conversation too, man, is that I'm looking right now, just where it stands now. But we got Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Shy Smith, LaVisca Chenault, Derek Wright, and CJ Saunders.
Terrace Marshall.
Terrace Marshall, and also Preston Williams.
There you go, Preston Williams. Preston Williams is a big dude. He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Hey, we signed him last year, right?
Yeah, he didn't get no play.
Yeah. Isn't it the Preston Williams that used to play for Miami?
Yes.
Bro,
That's
why he ain't seen the field?
That's what
Bro,
I'm
he's
trying to tell you.
6'5". No, he didn't play in Miami. He played. I'm looking at him now. Colorado State. He's 6'5".
He was in Miami too. Yeah, he was in Miami too for a little while.
Okay, he's 6'5", 220. This is fourth season.
See? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That
he played.
No joke.
He played for Miami in the NFL. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Miami in the NFL. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he was starting to break out. And then Miami got healed. And they didn't have no more space.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, man. He was making big plays for Miami at one point.
Ding dong.
He's third on the depth chart right now, currently, man.
See?
So
That's what I'm saying.
Why he didn't
another big
last year? Was he hurt?
He came like mid-season.
Let's see.
Because Preston Williams is a big receiver, man, who had hands. I'm trying to figure out. I knew that we signed him last year, but I just don't understand why he didn't make no noise for us.
Because he didn't get on the field. When he got on the field, he got a couple catches, but he only came like midway through the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't get on. Yeah, he didn't get a huge opportunity. Again, having a full offseason, he might break into the
That's
rotation.
what I'm trying to tell you, man. We ain't dusty on the practice squad.
That's what I'm saying, Wiley.
Wait.
Go
Adam
ahead.
Thielen came from where? He came from the practice squad on Minnesota. He was undrafted.
Yeah, that's why I said, bro. This wide receiving core, like right now, like you compare.
I'm looking at his numbers from last year, the regular season 2022. He had.
While you looking it up, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, man. We done had a lot of good support today, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up on me, man, on this live. Midday Madness over here on Life, the Just a Wave podcast. Man, y'all join that subscribe button, man. So, hey, become a surfer today, man. We over here surfing on the news. Carolina Panther Talk, man. We got Wiley on here all the way from Germany. Wiley, what time is it over there right now, bro?
Bro, it is what's let me see. I think it's like 7.
7 p.m. over there.
It's 8 going on. It's 7:30, 7:40.
7:30. My man all the way from Germany right now, man. We got Big Bro on here. His word. Discord did not work. Hey, Goldie, that's my info, man. You got to add me as a friend. Add me as a friend on there, Goldie. Add me as a friend, and I'll accept it. Send me a friend request. Number 8970. Just send me a friend request on there.
Hey, man. We go ahead. What the number look like?
Now, I was just reading up on. So he was put on injured reserve by Miami in 2020, in November, due to a foot injury, and that was the last time that he played. In 2020. Yeah, so he didn't play. He didn't play none last year, but his career stats was 56 receptions, no touchdowns, but he had 111 targets, 787 yards. That's his career totals. While he was down there in Miami.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Those numbers are better.
Got drafted.
It's with a Z, not an S. A Z, not an S. A Z, not an S.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Go ahead, Wally.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So I mean, based on the number, I mean, he's solid. I think he deserves a chance. I mean, he on the roster. Like I say, big receiver. Big body receiver, man, and I mean, he's still young. So I think he can, he might. I mean, he might break it. He having a full off season this year.
He got good hands.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize he was on the.
I didn't even know he was on the team.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Look at the practice squad. The practice squad.
Yep.
These futures contracts. I'm telling you, these dudes, they got some decent guys over there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just because the guy didn't break out yet, don't mean they will. They won't. And
Right.
and then, if we believe in Federer being able to draft, he also has the ability to look through the strap and find a jewel in there.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying, man. I just think that the Panthers, man, this offseason have set themselves up, man, in prime position to have success right away. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is not going to be one of those rebuilds, especially, man, with the staff. And it honestly says a lot about David Tepper, because you don't make these kind of moves the Panthers have made in free agency, saying, hey, we're going to wait, 2 to 3 years to try to build this thing. This is saying that we're taking advantage of a weak NFC South, and we're trying to be, man, a Super Bowl team within these next 4 years max. Like, seriously, that's what these moves. Because even I was telling Big Bro about this when we was talking offline. I said, look at the deals that they've made. The deals have been like 3-year deals with everybody. DJ Chark is probably the only person that we done signed to like a 1-year deal. Like, everybody else has a 2 to 3 year deal max. So saying that, like, Hayden Hurst is a 3-year deal, Adam Thielen got a 3-year deal, so he might retire a Panther, to be honest with you. Tep has said to us, and he's told the Panther fan base with this offseason, guys, it's time for us to have a championship parade, man, down on Mid Street.
Already.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I on the earlier show, it's all season before we hired the coach, man. And I stated that, man, if we kill it this offseason with all our moves with the coaching staff, with everything we need to do, I think that we had a chance to put ourselves in a position for the future to dominate the NFC South over the next few years. And I'm gonna stand by that, man. I'm gonna stand by that. I think the Panthers, Tepper, Federer, they have done an amazing job of showing the city, not only the city but the fans, wherever you at, if you're a Carolina fan, that he is committed to winning. Meaning, they're going to do what it takes. Like y'all heard the stories last year, or if you went into the stadium, when it was a home game, there was more away team fans than Carolina fans, and that was because we didn't have nothing to be excited about, or this team wasn't winning. I mean, we won more games when Rule left, but I mean, it took we want to get to the point. This team, like I remember back in 2015, man, when we had the season that we did, we lost one game. Man, the city was on fire, man. The Panthers, everybody was excited, man, and it felt good to be a Panther fan at that time.
The whole city was electric.
The whole city, man, and we were getting love on the national radar, national media, man.
Too.
Because the national media don't really talk about the Panthers like that. Unless we win it, or something bad happen. But we got a ton of exposure. The city got exposure, and I just want to get that feeling back, man. And I think we've gotten that back because I feel real excited going into this season. It's been a while, man. When Matt Rule was hired, I had a feeling like, okay, he might can turn around. He was unproven, but I still had a feeling, as a fan, like, okay, this guy might can come in and change it around. Fast forward 3 years later, man, like the feeling that I have is just truly, man, like, hey, we ready to go, man. We ready to take it. We done made the moves to get this team better. And I know for a fact the moves that we've made from top to bottom, we're gonna be winning. We winning.
Yes.
And I'm not saying we win the Super Bowl next year, but we're gonna have a better season. The fans gonna be excited. The fans gonna be involved. It's gonna be a real good time to be a Panther. If you ain't on the bandwagon, you might as well jump on now. Is what I'm saying.
We ready, brother. We are ready.
Cameron, I'm with you. I missed that feeling too, bro. I'm telling you, it's been a long time coming, man. Since
the last time I felt like this, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was when we first got the team, and I remember watching the team. I was like, because I switched over from being a Pittsburgh fan to a Panther fan, and I was like, man, I was watching the way they were playing. I was like, these guys are something. Then in '96. We were whooping motherfuckers ass. People don't realize we were in the division with San Francisco. And guess where we were at in the NFC? Who whooped Dallas ass when Dallas was still good? We did. Who whooped San Francisco ass when they're still good? We did. We were whooping everybody's ass. Matter of fact, the only reason why we didn't go to Super Bowl that year because Brett Favre had an outstanding game and Freeman caught that stupid pass on the sideline.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'd have been in the bowl that year.
That's right. Hey, you're right about that, Wiley. And I'll give you a quick story about me and Wavez in our household growing up. So how we became Panthers fans. So 94, when the Panthers came. So before the Panthers, again, from Charlotte. But before the Panthers was coming here, I was a Cowboys fan because my mom was a Dallas fan, right? So I that's who we pulled for. So then when we announced, they announced that the Panthers, Charlotte was getting a team. So I said, I told Wavez, I said, hey man, I say now it's our time, man. We got to make our own identity in the household. I said we got to go. We going with the Panthers. That's what we going with. We were young, we were kids. We were kids at the time, but we was like, hey, we got this. This is what we do. So we told my mom, like, hey, get us all Panthers gear. We want Panthers and Charlotte Hornets gear. That's what we was already a Hornets fan, but that's when she went out to the store, that's what she got us the Panthers gear. We've been fans, ever since, man. And never going away from this team, man. I love this team. I'm glad to be a part of the fan base. I love our fan base, because when the Panthers fans are in 100%, man, ain't no other fans like us, man. I'm telling you, when we locked in, and our team is doing well, and we making some moves, like Hey, I'm telling you, man, this city is
And I
on
want
top.
to say this too, man, because I think it's important to say if you go back and look at the years where the Panthers were dominant, like in the Super Bowl, where we went to the Super Bowl and we were dominant, one thing I would say is that those years, 2015, 2003, whatever years you want to go back to, we were hands down the best teams in the NFL those
Oh
years.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hands down the best, the most complete teams. And in 2015, and I go back to that year, I think the Panthers was by far, and listen, we didn't have a ton. Like, come on, man, our best wide receiver that year was Ted Ginn Jr.
Yeah.
Yep. He dropped half the passes.
Right. I'll tell you this though: when the Panthers get on top, we're a dangerous team, man. When we get on top,
Oh,
we're a tough team to beat when we
Yeah.
get on top.
That's yeah, man. I agree. Like I said, 2015, that was our year, man. That was we were the best team in the NFL. We were the best team in the NFL all year. So
Yeah.
we didn't get it done. But hey, I'm telling you, we got a chance to get back there. I feel like, this is a new era in the Panthers, organization. We got an owner that's committed, a GM that's committed. We about to draft a guy who's gonna be here, hopefully for the next, 10 to 15 years or whatever. And I can see us, man. I don't know when this gonna happen, and I ain't saying this, just because I'm not like the Dallas fans to say they're gonna win the Super Bowl every year. No discredit to Dallas, my Cowboys fans, but I think the Panthers, man, in the next few years, I don't know when it's gonna happen. We'll have a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a Super Bowl. Here's the
And,
thing. Watch this. Well, in '96, 95 to '99, I think '98. That's when Capers was our coach.
yep,
That defense was ferocious.
yeah, it
And guess
was.
what? And Dom is back, baby. And people keep talking about Evero, but all he is a descendant of Dom. And Dom is gonna be sitting there, and they're gonna unleash these dudes. You think
Yep.
Louisville had a good year last year? Man, come on now. And Chin, they're gonna have him unleashed.
Oh yeah. And I like, and again, the reason why I say that, that's a couple years, man, because our team, man, our team is young. We got a young roster overall.
Yeah, we do.
So meaning, we can be really good, for 3 to 4 years, man, because we got young pieces. We're not an
And,
old team.
and when our quarterback hit his prime,
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be on,
that's
baby.
when it's gonna be crazy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's when it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
When Bryce
Defense
was
gonna
in
carry
his
him.
prime, oh my God.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like we setting up. We are setting up this offseason, man, to be really good for a long time, man. That consistency is what Tepper is looking for. Consistency of competing every year, like the Steelers of the world, and those teams, man, and that constantly consistent winning, which he came from Pittsburgh. And while your old team is a model of consistency, man. And I think that's what Tepper is trying to bring here to Carolina, man. I think he want us to be consistently, in the hunt every year,
Right.
to win. So I think we're setting ourselves to do that, man. I'm excited, man. Hey, I don't know if y'all, I'm excited.
Man, definitely excited, man. We are coming close to the last 30 minutes of the show. Hey, listen, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody, man, for the love and support that they've shown today, man. Here to talk about it. We're gonna leave, man, on this one final question, man, because I want to get everybody's thoughts before we close it out, man. In these last 6 minutes that we got here left on the show. What if, and this is a big if, I don't see this happening, but what would be your feelings? I don't see this happening at all. But what if the Carolina Panthers shock the world and take Anthony Richardson at number 1?
with the big receivers that we currently have, they'd definitely be hitting it deep. It'd be like Cam Newton on acid because he'll be hitting those deep balls all over the place and putting pressure on the team's linebackers, and then have the running back looking out the back, dumping it off to them. The thing is going to be is, can he develop the 12 to 15-yard passes? That's going to be the question.
So my opinion on that, if that were to occur, I just feel like you don't go to number one to draft a guy like Richardson. And I say that because Richardson is not ready to play this year. He's not ready to play and start and lead the team this year. He is a lot of things that he needs to develop. He really had a short college career, one season, and that was this past season, 13 games to be exact. And if you go watch the tape on him, there's times where he looked great, and there's times where he looked really, 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 really bad. And not even like in the first round. I mean, his measurables is off the chart. He gonna test off the chart. Freakish athlete. But the experience is not there. He may be, in my opinion, 2 years away, man, from being a true starter to ready to go in the NFL to lead your organization. So drafting him at 1, I would be shocked if we draft Richard, because he's not ready. Like, he's not. Why would you take him at number 1 if he got to sit for 2 years?
Right.
That's just and give up all that for him to sit for 2 whole years. That's crazy.
Now, I can tell y'all, as crazy as it sounded, and for all the reasons that Big Bro and Wiley you just said, there's no way in hell he should be the number 1 pick. But a lot of these other Panther podcasts, man, and Panther sources, feel like he's gonna be the number 1 pick. And I completely have disregarded it. And Wiley, I've stayed true on ever since the off season, man. I know you give me a hard time, Wiley, because I told the Panthers to give up the house, to move up to number 1, man. And everybody was like, nah, stay at number 9, man, for Anthony Richardson, and so on and so. But I am 100% confident that Anthony Richardson should not be the guy at number 1. I just wanted that to be known and be said. He's not the answer at number 1. He's a project. I think that you're gambling on his physical upside and abilities more than anything. So the Anthony Richardson talk, we can dead in that, man. We really can. But if the Panthers, for whatever reason, because Thomas Davis, I know what everybody's saying about Thomas Davis. Thomas Davis did get on the NFL Network and heard whatever his inside Panther sources are that, that a lot of people in the organization is high on Anthony Richardson. But I'll be damned if the Panthers gave all of this up, man, to go get that guy.
Yeah, because, honestly, man, he's, to me, just watching him, he got humongous upside, yes, potential. But watching him, man, I couldn't take him number 1 if I was a GM or owner, just off the upside alone. Like, I need proven on the field, man. Again, that's what you want, is proving what can you do on the field. And on the field, man, he's not consistent. He doesn't have the experience over the other 2 guys. The football IQ is not quite there yet. Will it get there? Yes, I think it will. But he's not ready to come in. He's not the guy. People keep comparing him to Cam Newton coming out. Y'all forgot he's not. Cam Newton was the Heisman at Auburn when he came out of college, and on top of that, he had won the Heisman.
Yeah, Cam was a beast. But
yeah, so Cam, him and Anthony Richardson, you can't even compare that.
check this out though. But remember now, Blake Bortles was supposed to be the guy. Everything y'all just said, they said about Cam too. I'm just saying is this: if they decide to choose him, whoever they choose, I'm gonna go get behind. As long as it's not the other guy, the guy to Kentucky. I ain't about that.
Yeah.
I ain't about that life.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
what'd you say?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and say your last piece.
I was gonna say my last little
Last
thing.
words.
I was gonna say, I would be shocked. I mean, obviously, I'll still support the team or whatever. But like I said, I just don't think we give up what we gave up, to get him in number one. Just on upside alone, and I think he may be the third or fourth quarterback taken. And if you do your due diligence on them, which the Panthers have, and hopefully they have, I think you can see that. You can just look at the tape and compare all three of the guys, and see the difference. I mean, yeah, he a freak athlete, but I just don't think you give that much up to draft him at one. I don't see him as the number one pick.
Agreed.
Me either. It's just this whole off season, I don't think none of us know anything. We just talking.
Oh yeah.
All right, fellas, man, y'all get y'all final words in, man. Go ahead, Wilder. What's your final word to all the fans out there?
Hey man, be looking out. You gonna see Panthers Germany up soon. I'm working on my channel now, and
Yes,
when the
sir.
team come to Germany, I'll be right there. Next time they come to Frankfurt, I'll be right there. I'll be posted up there and going live so everybody can see. Cause they slip into Frankfurt a lot, man. And I didn't know it. So Luke came, Steve came. Steve watched the Super Bowl here in Frankfurt. That's 20 minutes from me. And then Luke was here about a month ago. So Panthers are here in Germany a lot. So there's a lot of fans here. So if you see it, you'll know where it came from.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Wally, man. Much love to you. Big bro, final words.
Hey, listen, everybody out there, look, you're a Panthers fan. Hey, get ready, man, for the show. It's a lot to be excited about. Got the draft next month. We're going to find out who we taking. Hey, just get ready, baby. Get ready. Hey, join the wave if you haven't already. Join the wave.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, it's been a hell of a show today, man. I appreciate the love and support, man, on this midday madness. Again, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on y'all notifications. Those notifications will let you know every time your boy Big Waves goes live and show, man, we're going to have Wiley, we're going to have Big Bro pull back up, man, to talk about any breaking news. Also, stay tuned to the community section. I'm also dropping breaking news in the community section as soon as it comes out. Again, man, Life is Just a Wave podcast. Appreciate all the support today, man. We up out of here. Until next time, to all my surfers, life is just a wave, baby. I'll let y'all later on.
Peace.